Friends, today's video is going to be all about your soulmate. So we're going to go over qualities that your soulmate has, things that they're going through or challenges that they're facing, how you'll meet, and then we're also going to look at how they view you, what they think of you. And so we have pile 1, which is a cute little bumblebee from the Humble Hobby Etsy shop. I'll post the link below if you guys are interested. Super cute. I have the Jasper Angels, pile number 2. There's a beautiful heart on the back. And this clay heart. So whichever one you're first drawn to, you can take your time. Just don't second guess yourself. It's usually more accurate if you stick with whatever you were first drawn to. Pile 1, you've picked this cute little bumblebee from the Humble Hobby Etsy shop. I just love it. It's so cute. We can get right into your cards here, all about your soulmate. So the first card we have is Transformation. The Star. And 10 of Water. We have Exchanging Gifts. Unfinished Symphony. And The Observer. Okay, so for me, I'm picking up on this person has really come from a hard place in their past. It feels like maybe in their family life they've dealt with a lot of struggles. They've gone through a lot of transformation. And I'm seeing images about how someone can take 2 different paths. You can go through something hard and you can either take the hard road, go into escapism mode, victim mentality, or you can take the high road. And I really feel like this is exactly what your person has done. It feels like they've taken the high road, and it feels like they're really all about helping other people get through challenges as well. And with this card, I'm seeing that they're destined to be a star is really what I'm seeing. It doesn't feel like they're famous or anything like that, but it does feel like they're very recognized. And I'm also hearing wish come true. So it really feels like this person is a wish come true to you in your life. It feels like it's a breath of fresh air after a long-awaited time. And yeah, it's almost like a soul's reconnection. It really feels like this person feels like the other half of your soul and that you've been longing for this. This might be somebody that you already have met or you're already with, but I feel like you'd know that. This person's very family-oriented. I'm getting like Cancer vibes, and they're either like they would make a really great mom or dad, or they already are a really great mom and dad. I'm also feeling like emotionally they just have so much to give to you. I feel like they might be a little with expression. They might not know how to express their emotions, but you can feel it. You can definitely feel the emotional wealth that they're bringing to the table. Your person really is such a giving person. I'm seeing so much about like altruism, helping others, like would give the shirt off their back for somebody if they were in some trouble. Like it really just feels like they're willing to help. And I do feel like this person also is very romantic. The cat is standing out to me on the card, and cats represent independence. So it feels like this person has built their life. They've built what they have to show, I guess, their earnings, their wealth, their foundation. They've built it on their own. They're a very independent person. They've got where they were going on their own. And I feel like that connects back to their childhood experiences. It feels like they had no choice but to do things on their own for a while. And this doesn't necessarily mean that they had to be like abandoned by their parents, but it feels like their parents weren't there emotionally for them in some type of way, and that they've really cultivated this life on their own. It's very impressive. This person's very impressive. Unfinished Symphony. This card is really making me feel like you may have known this person from your past. This card really shows up when it's like a romantic connection from the past, or it might even be somebody that you've met in passing but haven't gotten to know. And the keyboard is standing out to me. I feel like there's some connection to music with this person. I feel like they're naturally gifted with music. Like they play an instrument, but it's just come naturally to them. And very intellectual in that way. And then you have the Observer card. And for me, this makes me feel like your person is an observer. They take in the world around them. It would remind me of someone who's quiet, but I'm not getting like shy vibes. I'm just getting like a quiet observer. They're quiet because they're busy taking in what's going on around them. So we'll pull some animal cards from this deck. And we're going to pull one that represents your soulmate. So we have the pig. It says, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. And then we're going to pull one that represents you. And you have rat. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. So for me, it feels like this person was on a journey of self-worth. And I really feel like this ties back to their past again, and that they've learned how to cultivate self-love. And I feel like they're meant to cross paths with you to help you develop this. And I'm not saying that you don't have love for yourself, but I feel like everyone could use a little more self-love. And yeah, I just see you guys helping each other and mirroring experiences and helping each other on your soul's growth in your journey. So I feel like I'm picking up on this nurturing mother vibe from you. So it feels like you're a very kind, gentle person, and I think that your soulmate really appreciates that in you. And I feel like you're attracted because of the qualities that you have, and I feel like they missed out on a lot of that nurturing that they had, or that they didn't have from when they were a child, and I feel like they're just really comforted by your presence. Okay, let's pick a card to see how you meet. So if you've already met your soulmate, this can just be validation for you. Oh, I love it. It says true love. I'm gonna pick one more card for a clarifier. The honoring path. So I feel like you may have met in school or in college, or you'll be meeting when you're taking a course or higher education, some type of learning. This card to me really represents following society's path, following what society thinks you should do. And sometimes that represents college, or even doing, this could be through work. And then this card's so beautiful. It really feels like this is a romantic soulmate, like a romantic connection. And I feel like I see like a really beautiful way of meeting. It feels like there's a special date set up for you, or this person goes above and beyond to be romantic and set up like special dates. And yeah, and I'm also picking up that I can't interpret which one is which, but they're talking about one of you being very romantic and the other one not, or not used to like romantic gestures. So if you're not used to being wined and dined, or if you're not used to being romantic, then it can be a little bit of a surprise for you, or a little bit uncomfortable for you maybe in the beginning, but it feels really nice still. And this might be vice versa. This might be the other way around, but it really does feel like this is like a deep, true love connection. And I'm hearing divine timing. It feels like you met or are meeting in such divine timing, and there's just a beautiful connection there with the time aspect. Okay, we're gonna pull some cards from this deck to see what this one was meant to be, what your partner is struggling with, or what soul growth that they have to do. And I feel like postponement. So for me, it feels like this person has a hard time sticking to plans, or a hard time keeping a schedule. Maybe even I'm seeing something about like lifing, like paying bills, that kind of thing. They're a very responsible person, but it just feels like they're last minute spontaneous person. They like to adventure. They like to be spontaneous and live in the moment. And I feel like this is a great balance for you. And then we're going to pull one card for you as well to see what you're working on. And these will be tied together. It will be something that you're helping each other, or will help each other work through. Oh, you've got two. So, oh my goodness, you have adventure. That's amazing. And slowing down. So those are pretty much complete opposites. But what I sense is that maybe you're an introvert, maybe, or vice versa. Once again, it's kind of getting blurred and like which one's which, but it really feels like one of you is going to be pushing you out of your comfort zone. So this person might really push you out of your comfort zone. And then slowing down card, I feel like you may get overwhelmed by tasks on your path. Like, it really seems like there's an overwhelming amount of things going on, and that you do have a hard time slowing down when it comes to your responsibilities and work. So I feel like maybe this is why this was coming up about this person being more spontaneous with the lifing aspect of things. So maybe you're very organized, and maybe this stresses you out, and I feel like this person will help bring you balance in that sense. We're gonna pull a few more cards to see if there's anything else that will come up about your person. And I'm just gonna ask if there's any channeled messages from Spirit. Chaos and conflict, but this did come up in reverse. And so I'm getting like a sense of anxiety. I feel like this person wants to avoid conflict at all costs, and maybe that they're not the best at communicating their emotions, and that they'd rather just not talk about it than get into a fight. And it really feels like you're both like yin and yang energy, like you might be opposites in a lot of ways. And so if you're the type of person who needs to talk through something, this might be challenging. But it does feel like you're helping each other with these things. This person's very open to growth, and we saw that from the beginning with this transformation card. They're very open to change. So I feel like anything that's coming up for them, that's an issue in your relationship, they're very open to hearing about it and really driven towards making that change for themselves. I'm also getting like this person's very handsome or very beautiful, but in such a natural way, like not in a trying too hard type of way. It's just that you're attracted to their energy, and people in general are attracted to their energy. And I really feel like that's because of the vibration that they've cultivated. And I just feel like this person, I'm seeing a lot about like hugging or touch, and it feels like that might be their love language, is communicating through touch. And that's how they get their emotional fulfillment, is through hugs. But yeah, I think that's all that's coming up for you, pile one. I'm going to post the link to my website below if you want to check it out, or if you would like a personal reading. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Hi, pile 2. If you've chosen the Jasper Angel, this pile was meant for you. I love that the wings make a heart. So cool. So we're going to look into the qualities of your person, their personality traits. So we have Page of Earth, Queen of Air, the Hanged Man, Flexible, A Change in the Wind, and Go the Distance. So for me, the first thing that I'm picking up on is this person's going through a change in their life, or they're feeling brand new at something. So in this card, I'm feeling like they're embarking on a new journey with career, like they've just started a new job, or I'm also getting the sense that they're very they have a lot of ingenuity. They might be an entrepreneur, or they've started a new business recently and embarked on that journey. And with this card, the Queen of Air, I'm really feeling like your person is very logical. They're very intellectual. They live in the realm of their mind. And the owl is really standing out to me on this card. And I feel like this is connected to their wisdom. They're very wise. I feel like your soulmate is a very old soul. And they're also connected to their spirituality and going within lately. It feels like they might have just recently gone through an awakening. Flexible. So I definitely feel like this is pertaining, I'm seeing something about home life, and this might be a blending of two families. But I feel like your person is very open. So if you have a family already and you're single, and you haven't met your soulmate yet, I feel like this message is for you. I know this is a really specific message, but it does feel like everything's going to be okay. The blending of your family, it's going to work out. I'm getting a lot of feelings of flow and ease with that situation. And it doesn't feel like your person hangs on to a lot of baggage. And for those of you who don't connect to that, this card is simply just saying that your person deals with change very, very in such a positive way. And they're very flexible to meet your needs. But I'm also seeing something about a move. This card in particular, it feels like you might not live in the same place. And for those of you who are already connected to your soulmate, who already know that you're with your soulmate, then this might be saying that you're going to be moving soon. And it feels like this person's moved around a lot in their lifetime. I see that they've lived many different places. And this Go the Distance card, this is really making me feel like this is somebody who's willing to go the distance with you. And I can see something about your past with like abandonment, or people not showing up for you in relationships. I'm getting a sense of people who weren't fitting into your lifestyle appropriately and not wanting to make the changes to be in your life. And this is a message that this person really is going to want to adapt and want to compromise with you. It really feels like this is someone who wants to work out their issues and work out all the kinks of their ever relationship with you. And I'm also seeing something about them being a little bit emotionally closed off, or at least that they lead with their mind. They lead with their logical thinking. They think with their head, not with their heart. And I don't mean that in a sense that they're not loving. It's just that they look for logic in situations. Okay, let's pull an animal card, and we're going to pull one that represents your soulmate. Gray squirrel, find new ways of solving problems. I love that. That's perfect. So I feel like that goes along with what I was saying, that this person really is willing to adapt and change and compromise. And they're a problem solver. They use their mind to solve problems. And it really feels like this is somebody who wants to make your life easier. They've seen how hard your life has been or how challenging things have been for you, and they want nothing more for you than for you to be happy and content and for your life to be easy. So I really feel like this is a helper. And the squirrel's really also bringing up like images of collecting and I guess saving for winter, that kind of thing. And what I'm sensing in this is that your person really wants to take care of you and the family. Like I'm seeing a lot about like home life and preserving and saving. So this person's really good with their money. Feels like they've worked very hard to get where they are, and that they're really good at saving and putting money away. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot about like financial success, but more so because of how smart they are with their finances. Okay, let's pull a card for you. So a card to represent you. Bear, use power with wisdom. So I feel like you're such a powerful person. I'm seeing a lot about you being a dominant person, but in a peaceful way. Like you're a peaceful leader, a peaceful warrior. And I feel like these two energies go so well together. This is the nurturer side of, I feel like, even if, regardless of if your person is female or male, it's a very feminine energy, not with feminine qualities, but feminine energy as in nurturing, loving, caring, creative. And I feel like this is more the masculine energy in having a backbone, taking action, being strong in your power. And I'm seeing a lot about like hibernation. So it feels like when you meet this person, it's a breath of fresh air and you feel like you can finally relax. And I feel like this is connected to your past relationships where you may have had a lot of turmoil or a lot of headaches, I guess, in terms of relationships, people who made your life hard. And I'm hearing like surrender to the ease. So it feels like it might be challenging to surrender to the fact that nothing's going wrong in a relationship. And you might be waiting for like the shoe to drop or for something bad to happen, but it definitely feels like you don't have to worry. Like this person's very trustworthy, and it just, I really feel like you're gonna know that it's your person just because of how much they feel like home to you. It's like you can be away from your family or you can be anywhere in the world, and this person really just reminds you of home and feels like home. And I feel like that's because you've had a deeper connection or you've known each other in past lives, that kind of thing. We're gonna ask for we're gonna use this deck, and we're gonna ask for what your soulmate is working on, challenges that they're having in life, why you come together, what kind of things you help each other with. So we have sharing. So I feel like in this card, I see a lot about this person being very giving, but it feels like they were either like an only child or maybe they were a lot older or a lot younger than their siblings and lived a lot of their life without their siblings, or you know what I mean, they were separated for some time just because of the age difference. And I'm really feeling like this person's very independent. And I'm picking up on them, they've been alone for quite some time, or they haven't been in a relationship where they've had to share their life or share their home or their space. And I feel like that might be a challenge for them. If you move in together, or if there's that transition of being able to share, but it doesn't feel like this person's greedy in any way. It just feels like there's some caution around moving in together, sharing their space, because they they really don't have the experience. They haven't had the experience in a long time of being around somebody every day, but it feels really beautiful. It feels like this is more on their mind than it is really an issue. And I can see them gaining so many gifts from that experience and really enjoying being in your company all the time or being around you. For those of you who are already living your life with your soulmate, I feel like this is referring to giving up power in some kind of way, or there's some kind of power struggle there. But I'm also seeing an image of like a bank account. And so this might be somebody who is just hesitant to have a shared bank account with you. And like I said, it's not a greed thing. It's more of like a safety, or coming from a place of fear. But they're very giving. They're very generous. They share their money with you. They're very open to that. But it's really interesting. I'm going to pick another card for you. And this is things that you're going to be working on, challenges that you're having, and reasons why you've come together to help each other based on what you're going through. Exhaustion. Okay, so I feel like you have done a lot on your own. I'm seeing you working very hard. I'm seeing an image of children. So there's been an aspect of you going through life alone, or just a heavy burden, a heavy load being put on you. And I definitely feel like this person is coming into your life to help with that. And that kind of makes sense with the squirrel energy. I definitely feel like they come into your life to solve problems and to make your life more comfortable. And I really feel like they're talking about how things weigh heavily on your mind, and you may worry a lot, or maybe you have anxiety. And this person's very calming for that. It really feels like the worries that you have, you're able to talk through them. And with this card as well, there's so much about open communication. So your person's very good at communicating, and you feel very comfortable being open with them and talking to them about your deepest secrets, or not necessarily secrets, but your deepest worries and your fears. And I feel like this person really helps calm those things in you. So we're gonna ask for any more clarity on your soulmate. We'll pull one card for other qualities that they may have. The loving man. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. So this, I feel like, can be a man or a woman, but there's so much about them being romantic and really caring and respectful. It feels like this person just makes you feel respected and makes you feel appreciated. Even with this, I'm seeing a lot about the exhaustion and the weight that you carry and the burdens that you carry. It feels like you haven't always been appreciated in your life, and this person really shows you how much they appreciate you, and it feels really good. So we're going to ask how you guys meet, or how you have met. Angel of the Four Directions. We'll pull one more card for clarity to clarify. Commitment. Okay, so to me, I'm feeling like this meeting is so divinely guided. It feels like it's out of the blue. I definitely feel like it's almost like you're really not expecting it. I know that sounds cliche, because people say like it will happen when you're least expecting it, or when you're not looking for love, but that's really what it feels like. And this commitment card makes me feel like this is somebody who you don't feel afraid to commit to. There's so much about them not feeling afraid of commitment either, and things happening really quickly in your relationship. But I don't know, maybe you've had a fear in the past of committing to people, or if you've thought about marriage, in the past you maybe would feel afraid, or that something that would just feel wrong about the situation, maybe in a past relationship. But it definitely feels like there's so much comfortability there and no fear at all. It feels more like excitement to be committed, whether that be marriage or just a lifetime commitment. It does feel like you're going to be together for life, or you're destined to be together for a really long time. And not every soulmate relationship is that way. Sometimes they come in and out of our lives, or in different times for different reasons. But yeah, it feels so divinely guided by spirit, which is amazing. I'm gonna pull one more card. I'm just trying to decide from what deck. So we'll use this deck. And we'll see if anything else wants to come up about your person, or about how you've met, or about how they feel about you. I don't think we want this card. Yang. So this person's definitely, I feel like they're learning to balance their masculine energy. Like there's a lot about communication being really strong, but maybe not knowing how to express their deepest desires. And there's also information about like the beginning of this new project or job or journey, or their new business. It really feels like you're going to be helping them with this, because it feels like you have that side already aligned in you. You're strong in your masculine energy, and I'm seeing a lot about you helping them with like organization or setting things up, and that you're both so good for each other in that way, and you help balance those energies within each other. Sorry if my words aren't making sense here. And we're going to do one specifically for how they feel about you, how they look at you. Orphaned. So I really feel like this person wants to nurture you, and I feel like they have deep empathy for the things that you have experienced in the past. And it might be that sense of abandonment, or that sense of feeling like people didn't show up for you in your relationships before, and them really wanting to nurture you. So there's a sense of, I can see them looking at your past with such awe. Like they really are in such awe of how you've managed to get through difficulties. And it feels like when you're in the face of adversity, you really like stand up, and you really embrace change in a positive way. And they think this is so beautiful, and they're so proud of you for your strength. And I definitely feel like they learn a lot from you in that sense. But I think that's all that's coming up about your partner. Thank you so much, Pile 2, and I'll leave the link to my website below if you'd like to check it out, or if you'd like to book a private reading. I do psychic readings and mediumship readings. And I'll also leave the link for the donations page if you feel guided to make a donation, but it's definitely not necessary. I'm just really happy to connect with you all. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Pile 2. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the clay heart, these cards are meant for you. So we're going to take a look at qualities of your soulmate. So we have 9 of air. We have call. We have 8 of air. By the book. Time for a nap. And loyal heart. So, sorry for the lighting. It's awful. I'll move these cards. So I definitely feel like your person is going through challenges with their mindset and feeling like they're in a really tough place right now. And some of you are already connected to your soulmate, but some of you aren't. And I feel like for those of you who aren't, they're really longing to be in a relationship that has meaning. And I can see them feeling really down about it, feeling like, why does this always happen to me? I feel like they have had their heart broken recently, and they're just feeling really down, and they're feeling like in a victim mentality. And for those of you who are with your soulmate already, I just feel like this is a period of time where your partner's thoughts are weighing heavily on them. But I really feel like this is the start of like a spiritual awakening for them. And with this card here, the call, it feels like they're moving into their soul's calling. So they're starting to pay attention to their intuition and the inner nudges that are coming up for them. But I see that they're still not 100% confident in following their inner voice or following what their guidance has set out for them. So this card, by the book, it really makes me feel like this is a really responsible person. They like to do things by the book. They like, the elephants are standing out to me, and I'm hearing family. It feels like family is so important to them. And I have a feeling or a sense that you're going to love their family. Your guys are going to be really connected. And it feels really special in that sense. Like, I know in-laws aren't always, like, it's infamous for not getting along, I guess. And it really feels like this isn't the case in your situation. The number 11 is on the card, and this is really representing positivity and spiritual connection to me. And it just feels like this person's careful about the steps that they take in life, and they're very thought out. They think out each step in life, and it just feels like because of that, they get really far. So time for a nap. I feel like your person is overworked and they really need some time to unwind. I definitely feel like this person's very cuddly. I see you being very close when it comes to physical connection, and it feels like you feel comfortable just hanging out with them. Like, you feel comfortable just hanging out, not having to do anything special. You don't need to go on like crazy dates or there's just a comfortability level there where you can be in your messy hair and your sweatpants and you still feel, this person still really makes you feel beautiful. Loyal heart. I love this card. So this is really making me feel like you have nothing to worry about with this person. And if it seems like you've had like betrayal in your past, or maybe somebody who's cheated on you, or you've been betrayed, and it feels so safe with this person. Your soulmate connection is really strong and really beautiful, and it just feels like this person isn't going to hurt you. I see that they may have fears about or past traumas as well when it comes to cheating or trust issues, and it seems that they feel just as safe with you as you feel with them, and it feels so special in that sense that you can both give each other that gift of just knowing you're safe and secure with each other. So we're going to pull an animal card, and this is going to represent your person, your soulmate. I feel like this one wants to come out. Goat. So it's this act from your innate wisdom, which is so cool because that was just coming up about the call, is that I really feel like they're going to lead very powerfully with their wisdom and their intuition. So I definitely feel like this is somebody who's strong-willed and has really strong determination to make things happen in their lives. And it makes me feel like they're going to carry you along with them. Not that you need to be carried along. It feels like you're very independent, but it does feel like you get this sense of being taken care of. And maybe this is focused on finances, but they're talking about it taking a while for them to cultivate that. So if you, in the beginning of your relationship, you are the breadwinner, or if this person's going to be taking changing jobs or taking schooling or trying to better themselves in some way, then there's a message to believe in them, because they are very determined. They're going to make anything happen in their life, and they're willing to do what it takes to do that. They're very determined, and they want to take care of you, whether this be like a woman or a man. It just feels like they're going places, and they want you to be alongside them. So we're going to do a card that represents you. So an animal card that represents you. Pile 3. Ooh, Raven, prepare for change. So I feel like you're very adaptable to change. I'm seeing that you're also a very strong manifester. So there's a lot about magic and transformation in this card. So it feels like you've gone through a series of transformations in your life, and that you're very good at embracing that and embracing your soul's lessons. We're gonna shuffle cards and ask how you guys are gonna meet. How is pile 3 gonna meet their soulmate? If you've already met, how did you meet? Mending. Yin. Sorry, the glare's so bad. And message in a bottle. So I feel like you may have met through family, or you may have met through a friend that you know, or you may meet this way. I can see a lot about like vacation or a day trip, you not being directly where you live, you being somewhere else when you meet. It feels like there's a lot of fun surrounding the energy of meeting your soulmate. It's not the same old. It's not the coffee date and that kind of thing. It does feel, it feels very unique and a lot of flair to it. And it just feels really magical and special. And I definitely feel like you're going to have that instant connection and just being able to be yourself and be free around this person. And yin energy, I feel like you feel so nurtured and comfortable with this person when you first meet. Yeah, they're very respectful and kind and make you feel really safe. And next we're going to look at challenges that your person's going through, reasons that you meet, lessons that you're going to be working through together. So what is coming up for pile 3's soulmate challenges? I feel like this bottom card wants to come out. The Creator. We're going to pick one more from here. Abundance. Oh, I love that. So, I definitely feel like this person has had a lot of challenges with creating abundance in their life. And like, I feel like this came up before, but I'm seeing so much about them overcoming their obstacles with that and really like surprising everyone. So you definitely have to have faith in them, because they're going to be really successful, and it's definitely because of the hard work that they've put in. It's not that success has just been handed to them. Yeah, I feel like the issues around abundance wasn't necessarily that they were bad at saving money or they had a spending problem. It just feels circumstantial. It feels like they had some bad luck or lost their job, and that they got into a bad place financially, or that they accumulated some debt. But this won't be their forever story at all. It feels like things are really going to change around. And I feel like you help them with that. And not in the sense of like giving them money or anything like that, but it just feels like you have a lot to offer when it comes to even their inspiration or their motivation towards making changes and growing as a person. And this is representing you and challenges that you're going through. I see inner voice. We'll pull one more for you. And mind. So I definitely think you have a hard time listening to your inner voice, or you question things. You, even when you're feeling like somebody, like you can't trust somebody, I feel like this is why this is coming up. Maybe in your past when you've been burned, you haven't listened to your inner voice and it's really bothered you, and people have made you feel like you're crazy. But really what you were in what was coming up for you with your intuition was actually correct. And I'm also sensing a lot about using your voice in this card. So not in an intuitive way, but more so expressing yourself. I feel like you're going to be living a lot more authentically in this partnership, and because you feel comfortable to be open and you feel comfortable to say when your boundary is being crossed, and this person's so respectful of that, which is so beautiful. And because of that, I feel like you guys can create so much happiness together because you're both free and safe to be exactly who you are. So there's a sense of not having to like hide behind a mask for this person, or like become somebody that you're not just to be with this person. And this mind card, I feel like you have anxieties or worries, or you might be an overthinker, and I see a lot about this person helping balance that, them bringing a lot of balance into your life. And we're gonna do some clarification cards. Actually, let's do a card for how this person sees you, what they think about you, how they feel about you. Playing it safe. We'll do one more. Fragmented energy. So the words aren't really standing out hugely to me on this card, but how these two women are, their body language, how they're sitting, it feels like this person's really confident. She's contemplating something, but she's very confident. And even there's so much energy and power going on in this card with the lightning and the water energy. And I'm seeing actually water as the element. So I'm not sure if some of you have a water sign, but they look at you like you are such a powerful human, and they're in awe of you. They're in awe of what you've created for yourself in terms of your job and how hard you work. And there's so much beauty and delicacy in the flowers in this card, and also the fireworks. So this person gets fireworks. They feel butterflies around you. I can see like an image of them staring at your face, and just like it feels like they can look at you for hours and hours, and they're just in awe of your beauty. They think you're so beautiful in their eyes, and it really feels like they don't see anybody else. Like there can be other beautiful people around them, and they really only have eyes for you. They're just really they're just so in love with you, and it's just so sweet. I just said so sweet, and then the teapot stood out to me on this, and it reminded me of sweetness and honey. And I really think that they feel like you're such a good person, and you're kind. Let's see what else is coming up in this. So there's a lot about being scatterbrained, and that might be connected to mind and fragmented energy, and you having so many ideas. So it feels like they think of you as being so smart and creative, but they help you with that, because it feels like you have so many ideas or so many things that you start, projects that you start, but you have a hard time following through or finishing that, and it feels like this person helps you with that. I can see a lot about like when you both come together, it being like you're a power couple. It feels like you're both unstoppable together, and there's so many things that you can achieve, and it just feels really special. I just saw an image of teeth. So they're pointing out this person's teeth or smile, and I feel like they have a really great smile or they have really good teeth. I know it's really random, but it definitely feels like this is such a beautiful connection. Let's get a card for how you two meet. How does pile 3 meet their soulmate? And if they've already met, how did they meet? Not for you. And clean it up. So the fortune cookie to me is standing out on this card, and I feel like you might meet at a restaurant or on a typical date like that. And also the chessboard standing out to me. So I'm seeing something about games and playing games, and I'm also seeing something about summer. So you may meet in the summer while you're doing something outdoors, playing games. I'm seeing something about like yard games or like drinking games. It feels really fun. And this clean it up card, the rocks on it are standing out to me actually. So some of you might meet your partner. I'm seeing mountains. I don't know if this person lives near the mountains, or you're going hiking. And they're also they're pointing out that this person is very clean. And well, they're talking about one of you being clean and one of you being more messy, and that being a challenge in the beginning. And there's a lot about using your voice. So if this is you who's really clean, you're meant to speak up and tell them that like, hey, like you need to step up and help me clean, or you know, this is not the way that I live. If you're moving in together or if something like that bothers you. And there's so much about this person being really adaptable, and really they care so much about what you think in a beautiful way. Like they care about the things that you care about. So they're going to want to step up and change themselves in any way that they can, to be a better person for you. But yeah, I think that's all that's coming up for you, pile 3. It was so nice connecting with you. I'm going to leave the link to my website in the description if you'd like to check it out, or if you'd like to book a private reading with me. And there's also a link for donation if you're feeling guided to, but don't feel like you have to at all. It was just so nice connecting with you today, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.